Everything in the universe vibrates, every atom, every molecule, every particle of light. This isn't a poetic metaphor. It's physics. You are not simply a body moving through space. You are a field of electromagnetic energy, constantly interacting with a greater field that holds infinite potential. Every thought you think carries a vibration, and every vibration sends a signal into this field. That signal acts like a magnetic blueprint, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities that match the frequency you are transmitting. When you think, you don't just process information inside your skull, you broadcast energy into the invisible. That's why your thoughts matter. They are not just fleeting ideas. They are electrical impulses carrying intention. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, you are literally sending out a frequency of scarcity, telling the universe, "This is my reality." The field has no choice but to mirror that signal back to you in the form of circumstances, emotions, and situations that confirm what you believe to be true. So, the first step in understanding the law of attraction is to see thought as more than thinking. Thought is creation. The frequency of a thought determines the quality of the energy you emit, and the universe always matches that vibration. It's like tuning into a radio station. If you tune into a frequency of lack, you'll hear songs of lack. If you tune into the frequency of abundance, you'll start receiving the music of opportunity. The question is, what frequency are you broadcasting right now? Most people think about what they want, while simultaneously feeling the absence of it. They visualize a better life, but vibrate from frustration, worry, or self-doubt. The problem isn't that the law of attraction doesn't work. The problem is that they are sending mixed signals into the field. You cannot send the vibration of lack and expect the universe to deliver abundance. The field responds only to the energy you are, not the energy you wish to be. Science shows that every thought produces a measurable electromagnetic field around your body. When your thoughts are coherent, when they align with elevated emotions like joy, gratitude, and love, that field becomes more organized, more powerful, and more creative. In that state, you're not just thinking about change, you're broadcasting it. You're sending out a clear signal to the field saying, "This is who I am now." The field responds accordingly because it is governed by resonance. Similar frequencies attract. Imagine your brain as a transmitter and your heart as the amplifier. The brain sends the electrical signal. The heart fuels it with emotional energy. When the two work in harmony, your energy field becomes synchronized, focused, and magnetic. This coherence between thought and emotion creates a pattern that the universe can easily read and respond to. It's the difference between static noise and a clear broadcast. Most people live in static because their thoughts contradict their emotions. They think one thing but feel another. They say they want success but carry the emotional weight of failure. They wish for love but still vibrate with unworthiness. The truth is, you cannot attract what you are not in harmony with. You attract what matches your internal frequency. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner vibration. The law of attraction is not some mystical force that grants wishes. It is a mirror that reflects the quality of your consciousness. When you shift your thoughts, you shift your frequency. When you shift your frequency, you shift your life. Your job is not to control the external world. Your job is to become the kind of energy that naturally draws the experiences you desire. When you focus your thoughts on what you want and combine them with the feeling of already having it, you collapse infinite potential into physical reality. The universe doesn't distinguish between imagination and experience. It only reads energy. If your thoughts are broadcasting fear, you'll keep manifesting situations that justify your fear. But if your thoughts vibrate with gratitude, the field mirrors that back through new possibilities that align with your gratitude. This is why awareness is everything. Most people live unconsciously, repeating the same thoughts every day, generating the same emotions, and therefore reproducing the same life. Thought creates energy, and energy creates experience. So long as you think the same thoughts, you'll remain in the same frequency, and your life will not change. You cannot think your way into a new future while feeling the emotions of your past. To attract a different reality, you must vibrate differently, think differently, feel differently, be differently. Your energy field extends far beyond your body. Every thought and emotion you project contributes to the collective field of human consciousness. When you begin to understand that your mind has the power to influence matter, you reclaim your creative authority. You realize that your reality is not happening to you, it's responding to you. The science of vibration and thought is the foundation of that realization. When your thoughts become intentional, when your energy becomes coherent, you start to see synchronicities, moments of alignment where the invisible begins to move in your favor. What once seemed like coincidence becomes confirmation. You begin to witness how your inner frequency sculpts the outer world around you. Emotion is energy in motion. Every feeling you experience carries a frequency, and that frequency interacts with the electromagnetic field of the universe. If thoughts are the electrical charge that sends signals out, then emotions are the magnetic force that pulls experiences back to you. Together, they form the blueprint of your attraction. You cannot separate what you think from what you feel, because both create the energy signature that determines what you draw into your life. The moment your emotions align with your thoughts, you begin to influence the field in a deliberate way, rather than by default. Most people misunderstand the law of attraction because they focus only on thoughts. They try to think positively while carrying emotions of lack, resentment, and fear. They say affirmations while their heart still vibrates with disbelief. The universe doesn't respond to words or intentions. It responds to the energy behind them. If your dominant emotion contradicts your conscious desire, your emotional frequency will override your mental command. You can't trick the field with empty affirmations. You can't fake energy. What you truly feel is the language the universe listens to. Every emotion you feel is a signal being broadcast into the field. When you live in emotions like gratitude, love, and wholeness, you send out a coherent frequency that harmonizes with the vibration of abundance. But when you dwell in emotions like anger, guilt, or disappointment, your energy becomes incoherent and fragmented. The field responds by reflecting situations that match that internal dissonance. If you feel unworthy, you'll keep encountering circumstances that confirm your unworthiness. If you feel abundant even before the abundance arrives, you begin to magnetize opportunities that reflect that feeling. The emotion becomes the magnet that determines what you attract. Your body is constantly recording emotional states. The chemistry of emotion is stored in your cells and mirrored in your heart's electromagnetic field. That means your energy field is not just a mental projection, it's a biological broadcast. When you experience strong emotions, you alter your physiology, your heart rhythm, and even the electromagnetic pattern around your body. This is why emotions have such a profound impact on your ability to create. You are not just thinking about your future, you are feeling it into being. The heart is the most powerful generator of electromagnetic energy in the human body. Its field extends several feet beyond you, and it communicates directly with the field around you. When you cultivate elevated emotions, gratitude, compassion, joy, your heart enters a state of coherence. This coherence produces an organized, stable, and powerful signal. That signal interacts with the field of infinite potential, organizing the energy around you to align with your new state of being. You begin to see synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, and opportunities that feel magnetically drawn to you. This isn't magic, it's resonance. Like frequencies attract, but here's the truth most people avoid. Your emotional addiction to the past keeps you trapped in a cycle of repetition. You've memorized feelings of stress, sadness, or fear so deeply that they've become part of your identity. Even when you consciously want change, your body keeps pulling you back into familiar emotions. The subconscious mind prefers the known, even if it's painful. Every time you think a thought that triggers an old emotion, you reinforce the same energy pattern, the same frequency, the same reality. The only way to attract something new is to break that emotional habit and install a new signature, one that matches the life you want, not the one you're trying to escape. To shift your emotional state, you must become aware of the energy you're broadcasting in every moment. When you catch yourself feeling anxious or unworthy, you're observing the frequency that has been creating your life. The moment you become conscious of it, you have the power to change it. You can choose a new emotion, a higher vibration, and broadcast a new signal into the field. This is how you begin to take back control of your attraction. The universe is not testing you. It's mirroring you. When you feel the emotion of already having what you desire, the emotional signature of attraction is not about forcing yourself to be happy all the time. It's about learning to live in elevated emotions even when the external world hasn't yet changed. It's about creating an inner state so powerful that your environment has no choice but to reflect it back. You become the cause of your reality instead of the effect of it. When you can feel love without needing someone to give it, when you can feel abundance before the money arrives, when you can feel peace before the situation resolves, you are in the vibration of creation. You are no longer reacting to the world, you are generating it from within. The more you practice this, the stronger your emotional field becomes. Over time, your energy signature begins to shift, and people start responding to you differently. Situations that once felt out of reach begin to align effortlessly. You realize that emotions are not random reactions. They are creative forces. Every time you choose an elevated emotion, you are fine-tuning your magnet, aligning your frequency with the life that is already waiting for you in the field of infinite potential. Subconscious mind is the silent architect of your reality. It is the invisible mechanism that runs beneath your awareness, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors every moment of your life. Scientists estimate that up to 95% of your daily actions, reactions, and decisions are driven by subconscious programs that were installed long before you had the power to choose them. From the way you view yourself to the way you respond to challenges, your subconscious has been directing your life according to a script written in the past. Understanding how to rewrite that script is the key to unlocking the full power of the law of attraction. Your subconscious is not your enemy. It's simply a recording device. From birth until about the age of 7, your brain operated mostly in theta waves, the same state of consciousness used in hypnosis and deep meditation. During those years, you were a sponge, absorbing information from your environment without filtering it through logic or reason. Every word you heard, every experience you lived, every emotional reaction you witnessed became part of your internal programming. You learned what love means, what money means, what success means, and perhaps most importantly, what you believe about your own worth. Those early imprints became the foundation for how you interpret reality today. When you consciously try to create a new life, but your subconscious beliefs are anchored in limitation, you create internal conflict. You might visualize abundance, but if the deeper program says, "I don't deserve it," your subconscious will sabotage your efforts to protect its familiar identity. It's not that the law of attraction isn't working, it's that it's responding to the dominant vibration. And the subconscious mind holds the stronger signal. You can't think your way into a new reality while feeling emotions that belong to an old one. You must change the programming that drives the emotions in the first place. The subconscious doesn't respond to logic or reason. It responds to repetition, emotion, and experience. That means you can't simply tell yourself you're confident or abundant once and expect the subconscious to obey. You must show it, feel it, and experience it consistently until it becomes your new truth. Every time you visualize your desired reality with genuine emotion, you're sending a new signal into the subconscious. Every time you act like the person you wish to become, even before the evidence appears, you're reinforcing a new pattern in your neural pathways. The brain doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. It rewires itself based on what you repeatedly think and feel. This is why meditation, visualization, and mindfulness are not just spiritual practices. They are neurological tools. When you enter a relaxed state, your brain slows into theta and alpha waves, the same frequencies where subconscious reprogramming happens naturally. In that state, the analytical mind, the gatekeeper between the conscious and subconscious, begins to quiet. That's when new ideas, new beliefs, and new emotional experiences can sink deep into the subconscious layer and begin to rewrite the old code. You are no longer fighting your programming. You are updating it from the inside out. Consider how habits are formed. When you repeat a thought or behavior enough times, it becomes automatic. It moves from conscious effort to subconscious control. This is true for both empowering and limiting habits. If for years you've told yourself that life is hard, that you're unlucky, or that things never work out for you, those thoughts have become subconscious commands. They play in the background, creating a vibration that attracts experiences to validate them. But the same process can be reversed. When you begin to repeat empowering thoughts with consistency and emotion, they too become automatic. You teach the subconscious a new normal. You begin to feel deserving, capable, and abundant, not because something external changed, but because your internal programming did. Reprogramming the subconscious requires awareness of your inner dialogue. Every time you catch yourself thinking or feeling something negative about your future, you're witnessing the old software at work. Instead of judging it, become aware of it. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. When you observe a thought without identifying with it, you weaken its emotional charge. You are no longer the thought. You are the consciousness noticing it. From that space, you can choose a new thought deliberately and feed your subconscious a new command. Emotion accelerates this process. When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, gratitude, love, joy, you open the doorway between the conscious and subconscious mind. The emotion becomes the carrier wave that delivers the new belief deep into your neural structure. Over time, the old pathways that supported fear and limitation begin to dissolve, and new ones take their place. The subconscious begins to accept this new reality as familiar. Once it becomes familiar, it becomes automatic. And once it's automatic, it becomes your new identity. Your identity is nothing more than a set of memorized thoughts and emotions. To change your life, you must change your identity. To change your identity, you must reprogram the subconscious mind to think, feel, and act in alignment with the person you wish to become. That's the essence of transformation. You can't attract a new life from the consciousness that created the old one. You must train your subconscious to feel safe in the unknown, to feel comfortable in the vibration of your desired future. That's when the field begins to respond differently. Opportunities arise that match your new frequency because your energy's signature has changed. The subconscious mind doesn't care whether the belief it holds is good or bad, true or false, beneficial or destructive. It only knows what is familiar. That means your job is to make the new familiar, to repeat, to feel, to live as if your desired reality is already true until the subconscious accepts it as normal. Once that happens, your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors align effortlessly with the frequency of your vision. You no longer have to force outcomes because your subconscious is broadcasting the signal of who you've become. The greatest secret of the law of attraction is that you do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. The moment you begin to embody the frequency of what you desire, the universe starts to reorganize itself around that energy. You are not separate from what you seek. You are simply not yet vibrating in harmony with it. Every desire that stirs in your heart already exists in the field of infinite potential. The only difference between wanting something and experiencing it is your state of being. When you become the energy of your desire before it appears, you collapse time between the intention and the manifestation. Becoming the energy of what you seek means learning to feel as though your dream has already been realized. You must live emotionally in the future you are creating, not in the past you are escaping. If you wait for the success, the relationship, the health, or the opportunity before you feel whole, you are broadcasting the frequency of lack. And the field mirrors that lack right back to you. The universe does not respond to your words or wishes. It responds to the energy that you consistently emit. If you feel abundant, you attract abundance. If you feel love, you attract love. If you feel empowered, you attract experiences that reinforce that power. You are constantly teaching the field who you are through your vibration. The mind alone cannot create transformation without the energy of the heart. Thought sends the signal out, but emotion draws the experience in. When you feel gratitude for something before it happens, you are sending a signal that says, I already have it. That feeling of completion tells the universe that the manifestation has already occurred energetically. and the physical reality begins to catch up. The field is neutral. It mirrors coherence. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned, when your energy is coherent and whole, the reflection appears effortlessly. Most people live in a state of waiting. They say, "I'll feel happy when things work out. I'll feel grateful when I get what I want." But this is the trap that keeps the future always one step away. The moment you wait, you are operating from separation. You are affirming through your vibration that you do not yet have it, and the field must keep delivering that experience. The paradox of creation is that you must feel it before you see it. You must become it before it arrives.